Hi guys, it's Patricia and welcome to Tester Tuesday, a spot where Scentsy addicts gather every week to watch me talk about a Scentsy scent that you may have voted for at the end of last week's video. So what I do is I use up testers, I warm review them, and I give us as a community an idea of what the scent's like. And as always, the scent may do a little bit different for you, but it's just an idea. So last week we had a lot of votes. We had 308 votes, so thank you so much. And in first place we have this almost like a burgundy maroon colored wax, and this is called Mulberry Bush. You'll see Bring Back My Bar packaging. This was a former Bring Back My Bar, but it's actually coming in June, and this one had 32% of the vote. And in second place, I don't have a bar, but I have my used up testers. Here's the color of the wax, almost like a dark orange. And this one is called Summer Sunset, and this one had 22% of the vote. So let's talk about our first place scent for the week. It is Mulberry Bush. On cold sniff, this is about a medium, maybe a bit stronger than medium intensity, and this would be in the fruity section. This was last available in the January 2018 Bring Back My Bar, which is what this bar is from. I used 1 cube from this bar plus a full other bar that I had from that release. The scent description is sweet mulberry accented with bitter sweet orange peel. So I looked up what a mulberry is, and it kind of has different descriptions, but one place said it's a mix of somewhat of a grape and a blackberry. I find it has a little bit of almost like a cranberry grape mix, and the grape seems more like an authentic grape versus a grape granita popsicle grape. But it does have a little bit of waxy tone here in the bar. I don't really get orange. I get a very strong fruity scent, but it's a nice variation of the fruity scents that we've experienced. So it's kind of nice in that it's a mulberry scent. So I bought these 2 bars. I have the other one downstairs. I bought these in January of 2018 and I never warmed them. The problem of being a Scentsy addict or a wax addict, sometimes you forget to warm things. But I took some of the cubes and I warmed them in different spots. So I took 2 cubes and I warmed them in my daughter's bedroom. She has a 25-watt ceramic warmer. Strength and throw was about 7.5 out of 10. It did fairly well there. I left it going a full day, but when I went in the next morning, so I left it going overnight, the scent was gone. So it went away somewhere in the middle of the night. I'm not exactly sure. So then I took some cubes and warmed it in my open concept layout because it did fairly well in my daughter's room. It really did not do great in my open layout. I would say strength was about 5.5, but throw seemed to be even less. Like you had to be within a few feet of the warmer to really get the scent. But when I was close to the warmers, it was strong enough, but in the whole room, it only seemed like about a 5.5, if that makes any sense. I left it going there only 10 hours and I removed it. It just wasn't working very well in that location. So then I took 2 other cubes and I warmed it in my bonus room, TV room. Again, it was about a 6 out of 10 there. It didn't do the greatest. It's not as challenging of an area as my open layout, but it's still a big zone. I put in a 40-watt Vino warmer there, and like I said, about 6 out of 10. I left it going about 11 hours and then removed it. I did try it a few more hours the next day. It just didn't do very well. So I'm not sure. I think this might be a scent for me personally that I have to warm in my daughter's room because she really likes fruity scents and it seemed to do well there. I typically don't love fruity scents, so I probably wouldn't want to warm it here in my bedroom. I could warm it in my downstairs child's room as well. So maybe in an enclosed space, it would do a little bit better, and a fairly warm warmer. And I think if you're someone that likes fruity scents, you could actually add a bakery component to this very easily. Something like a sugar cookie, a vanilla bean buttercream, any of those bakery scents. So will I be repurchasing this? Well, it's coming back in the Bring Back My Bar kit, so I will definitely get a new bar and I will see how it does compared to my 3-year-old bar, because some scents will lessen over time, or could it just be that my perception of the scent has lessened over time? Because I remember when I really picked this up, I thought it was quite strong. Now I don't find it nearly as strong on cold. And then when I warmed it, it just really didn't work. And in many areas of my home, except for my daughter's room, it did very well. So anyway, that is Mulberry Bush. The jury's out. I hope it'll do better when I get my Bring Back My Bar. And like I said, that's Mulberry Bush. Okay, so let's talk about our second place scent for the week. It is called Summer Sunset. I have my wax in my dish, so it's this nice, gorgeous orange colored wax. And on cold, when I took my testers before I warmed them, I would say they were about medium intensity. This was a scent of the month from June 2015, and it actually came out as a duo scent of the month with another one. So Summer Sunrise and Summer Sunset both came in the same month. Kind of interesting. But Summer Sunset is the one we're talking about today. So the scent description for this one, it says, delight in the sun's last rays as brilliant pomegranate, black currant, and rhubarb dissolve into a horizon of sugared lemon and vanilla frost. So there's a lot going on there. But I find this is like a warm citrus fruity scent. There's a little bit of tang from the pomegranate and the rhubarb. I don't know really what vanilla frost smells like. That might be there just softening everything just a touch. And there is a little bit brightness, so maybe that's the lemon. But I have written down here, it's a warm fruity scent with some citrus and orange. It's not intense syrupy type of fruit. It's soft, it softens. It's got a hint of clove or allspice to me as well. I'm not sure if the black currant is what is doing that, giving me that feel of clove or allspice. It's very minimal, but I definitely get it. And this reminds me a little bit of the scent Autumn Sunrise. So not Summer Sunrise, Autumn Sunrise. Also along those lines, like Wassail Wonderland, but that is very tree heavy. So those kind of like citrusy, tangy, warm type scents. So it's funny, this is Summer Sunset, and the fact that it reminds me a little bit of Autumn Sunrise, you're kind of going into the next season. It's kind of interesting. But I think that this would be really good warmed in bedrooms. And the reason being is because I had these 3 testers, which is about 2 cubes worth. So that's the only spot I was able to warm it was here in my bedroom, but it did phenomenally well here. Strength and throw was about 8 out of 10 max. And I left it going 3 days, 40 hours. And here it is at the 40-hour mark. And I can still have a little bit of scent left. But I think I'm going to call it and say that I got my time's worth out of this. So this is a really good performing scent. Would I repurchase more? Possibly, maybe 1 bar. But there's other scents that I like that are in that kind of field, like Rise and Sunshine, Wassail, Wonderland, Spiced Grapefruit, Autumn Sunrise. So I'd probably pick other ones because they seem to come back more often. But I enjoyed this. It was fairly good. And that is Summer Sunset. Okay, so now we are going to the portion of the video where I'm going to draw for this week's voting options. So I'm going to draw 6 scents from the box. You guys are going to vote for 2 different options by early Wednesday morning. And if you cannot comment on YouTube videos, find my Instagram post and put your 2 votes there. And give me a follow on Instagram because I usually post a few things there periodically about Scentsy. So scent number 1, we're going to continue with our Bring Back My Bar options so we can hear about some that you may not have heard about before. So scent number 1 is going to be My Wish. Scent number 2, there's hardly any scents left in the box. I'm going to have to replenish. Scent number 2 is Oats and Honey, and I have a bar of that. Scent number 3, Hendrix. Scent number 4, A is for Apple. Scent number 5, Guava Honey. And scent number 6, Starfruit and Pear Nectar. So let's review our voting options for the week. Scent number 1, My Wish, coming in June for the Bring Back My Bar. Scent number 2, Oats and Honey, a retired bakery scent. Scent number 3, Hendrix, a retired masculine type scent. Scent number 4, A is for Apple, a fruity scent that was around a couple years ago for a season. Scent number 5, Guava Honey. I think this was a scent of the month many years back. It's a little bit controversial. And scent number 6 is Starfruit and Pear Nectar, also a retired scent from about 3, maybe 4 years ago. So as always, thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods. Thanks for all your votes last week. I can't wait to see what you're going to vote for this week, and I will see you guys in the next video.